Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Bank Nifty levels for 13th March, Monday. This is the daily chart of Bank Nifty, and after getting a nice gap down on Friday, there was nothing much we could trade, just a small move on the downside. Now, we will be seeing our trades even on the 15-minute chart. Most of the trades that the analysis that we had during the week kind of worked in Bank Nifty, and pretty much same thing what we had shared in our groups. Now, if you just look at the global markets, right, the US market again on Friday closed in green, including the European markets. So this is definitely putting us in a pretty big gap down, right? A big gap down meaning 95 points on Nifty will definitely take us down, and Bank Nifty we might get about 200, 300. On Friday we saw a 500-point gap down, something similar we could see in the Bank Nifty as well. Now on the daily chart, if we see where the next level of support is coming on the daily chart is in this zone, right? All this wicks, we have kind of taken support at the zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, right? That is around 39,770. So if from Friday's closing, if we are expecting a 400, 500 point gap down, we will be very close to this 40,000 mark, right? So the whole plan is on Friday, if we get a pretty big gap down, right, not to short immediately, wait for see how this level holds at about 40,000 and trade for a pullback. And if after gap down immediate selling comes, that is where we can try and avoid the trade. If the gap down holds and some kind of a pullback comes, yes, definitely we can take a trade. We will be seeing those in our 15-minute chart. Before we see the levels, just wanted to share that see a lot of people have been reaching out to me to learn trading and everything that I use, right from the basic and the chart pattern, volume, all that videos are there in this type of a platform called Tag Mango. I've uploaded all the videos here, and if anybody wants, the link is there in the description. You can check it out, or you can comment or reach out to me on Instagram for any details. So what all this consists of is starting from the candlestick, some basic introduction, and starting off with candlestick, chart pattern, volume, corrective waves, RSI, stochastic divergence. Then you have time frames, Fibonacci retracement, how to use gap, even the gap trading, how to trade gaps. Basically everything that I use and everything that one needs to take proper trades is covered here, and this Cambrella pivot and CPR is purely for intraday. And then we have the futures and options, where all aspects of futures and options and the most important price action versus open interest is also covered. And this is our classic first step setup, where we have the momentum and the reversal setup, which is purely kind of an option buying setup. Then we have some extras, the checklist, what all to check before taking a trade, and some trade examples. These 3 sections will be uploaded by end of tomorrow. But to start off with, all the videos are in place. So if anybody wants, and all those people who have been reaching out to me can make use of this, and the content that you get here, okay, for a very nominal price is outstanding. Now coming to our trade possibilities for Monday. See, on Friday, apart from the first 2 green candles, right, the first 2 15-minute red candles, where we moved 400 points after 500-point gap down, there was nothing much in the market. It was kind of sideways. Even we had the similar view. But was this easily tradable? The first 15 minutes, no. Even if you check the 5-minute, yes, if somebody had shorted in the first candle or within few minutes, which is not advisable, they would have made money on this day. But beautifully we came exactly where there was a previous gap and took some support. Now what is that previous gap is? All this is covered in our videos, how to trade this gap. See this gap, we kind of filled this gap and took support. So even for us, there was hardly anything to trade, which we were just able to make one small scalping trade. That's it. Now coming for the trade possibilities on Monday. So if we get a huge gap down closer to 40,000, right, we would be closer to this support, where even previously we have kind of bounced from this level at about 40,069. So if we get that big gap down, wait to see if this level holds and see if we can get some kind of a pullback until 40,300 or 40,600. Then we, depending on price action, we can decide whether to short over here 40,300 or 40,600. If we get a gap down and continuous sell-off comes, that is something that we will have to avoid, or we just have to enter and make some quick scalping. And if that breakdown comes, right, then definitely the next level of good support is 39,800. Now even after gap down, if we get a sell-off, say we get a gap down closer to 40,100 and immediate sell-off comes, I don't see this level breaking that easily, or at least this entire zone. So some kind of a, I'm expecting some kind of a bounce from here, this zone 39,800, if we come to this level. So a good trade would be on the upside if we get a nice breakout. Like if we hold this opening position and start going up, we can definitely take a trade with, these are the levels, 40,340 and 40,600 as the targets. And even if we break this, then these two levels, the entire gap will act as a good resistance level. That is either 40,800, and if we come into the gap, that will be 41,000. That is too much of a up move, but just in case, if we end up getting one nice big green candle on the daily time frame. Now see, even if we put on the CPI levels, the S1 S2 is pretty much same as the previous, based on the previous price action where we get support. So even the CPI levels, we can use it. The trade that I would be interested and I would look forward to take is if we kind of get a gap down somewhere here, and once this S1 and the previous day low breaks from the down up, right, so from this level, from 40,340 until the CPI level of 40,560, about 300-400 points is what I'm trying to, will look to capture on Monday. But obviously we'll have to decide and trade based on how the market moves. But these are our levels. So basically our plan is not to short aggressively immediately as soon as if there is a big gap down, see if we can trade some kind of a pullback. If that sell-off comes, we might just avoid it. If not a very big pullback, right, if not a very big pullback, even a small pullback, wait for it. See if we can come closer to the EMAs. Now on the 15-minute, the red line is the 20 MA, this is the 50 MA. Now even on 5 minutes when we check, see, from we got a gap down, we got this move, then we came closer to the 20 MA and then had a small dip, right? So the same thing even on Monday, wait for some kind of a pullback at least until the 20 MA, and then we'll see if we can take a short position. So this is with Bank Nifty. If we look at the Nifty chart, see, Nifty had also, after getting a gap down, we slipped little and then kind of remained sideways, right? Now on the 15-minute chart, if we plot the Nifty levels, Nifty is taking a good, probably this is a good level of support for Nifty, that is 17,330. If that breaks, we could come closer to 17,250. A 95-point gap down will put us somewhere over here in this zone, right, if we get a similar 95-point gap down. So kind of expecting some sort of a reversal from here, or if we come closer to the 17,250. And on the upside, this level is a very good resistance zone in Nifty. Let me mark this zone in red, and then this opening price action, right? So these can be the targets on the upside. One is 17,430 and 17,450. If we break this on the upside, then the next target is over here, 17,540, and this entire gap would probably get filled. So this is our trade plan for Monday. Let's see how it goes. And obviously on the daily chart in Bank Nifty and Nifty both, the selling pressure is there, but we have had a nice dip from 41,500. So even if you have to go down, probably get a small bounce, and then we can go further down. That's the plan. So let's see if we can trade that bounce on Monday.